святой отец.
То ли шарлатан, то ли праведный титан, живший в пору империализма, был он крепок и силен. Тем, что называется харизма, щедро наделен. Распутин свои раны испарил, перепугал надменную знать. Распутин многих женщин властелин, о нем подробно лучше не знать.
Он делал, что хотел, державой правя всей.
Он без слов учил, он касанием лечил.
Его боготворил царевич Алексей.
Шла за ним толпа, бесновата и слепа. Мучил стыд, казна пошла трещала, от веков утяжала. Но царица все ему прощала, сыном дорожа. Распутин свои раны испарил, он растоптал серебряный век. Распутин многих женщин властелин, не бог, не демон, а человек. О-ла-ла, Распутин, о-ла-ла, о-ла-ла, Распутин, о-ла-ла, о-ла-ла, Распутин, о-ла-ла, о-ла-ла, ла-ла. Любовь и напор, в нем бешеная страсть, жажда разрушать и стремление утешать. И годы напролет невидимую власть в кулаке держал этот человек пожар. Между искуплением и блудом, между тьмой и блеском звезд, между преступлением и чудом встал живо весь рост. Распутин, lover of the Russian queen, there was a cat that really was gone. Rasputin, Russia's greatest love machine, it was a shame how he carried on. Распутин, он герой кинокартин, для большинства раскрученный бренд. Распутин смотрит яростно с витрин, навек оставшись в мире легенд. Распутин.
Well, hello, good morning, and good afternoon. Let's hop right in there. Had to miss yesterday since we were having a little bit of technical issues. But now that a few mods have updated since the recent patch, we should be fine. So we're going to continue with the War for the North. Hopefully we can take care of the last little states up here in the north. It's going to be a little shorter than usual, but it'll be fine. Unless we have a son, we are going to have a queen for our next character. Now all the unusual hats and stuff should be taken care of by the time we get around. Well, not too long from now. Now to form the Kavian Rus, we are still a good ways off from it. With this territory up here, we should be pretty well set. Caspian Steppe is getting ready to reform Khazaria, so the Khazars are on their way back. I don't want to get into a great big war with the Khazars. Actually, that's an internal alliance. Is it not? Oh, we did get ourselves a grandson. know if this is a sun, a proper sun. Let's see. Fast and slow. Well, that is interesting. He might not actually be our son, which... is really interesting. One of our daughters they're scheming against. We'll launch our armies right into the territory and take care of it. Now, we are in a new era for Crusader Wars, so whenever we actually get to a fight where we will fight our actual... use our actual armies, we'll have some new units. We have enough for another lifestyle, so now we can embrace celibacy. Now we're being a little reclusive, so we lost some prestige, but it'd be fine. Curse undone. Let's just take a look at our... At least it looks like everybody has turned to proper Rus. Oh, just like that, victorious. Go ahead, create that title. Grant it to you. At worst, whenever we actually switch to like proper Russian, it should fix everything. And now we do have another son, Bjorn. And we're going to go ahead and... should be here. There it is. Embrace celibacy, so we won't have any more unwanted sons. And our unmarried daughter, I want to try to get into the Polish royal family. There we go. Work on getting some blood relations into Poland. The map is definitely a big mess right now. Mongolia has reformed. One of the Mongolic tribes has taken over. Could be some problems from there. See. Let's give another one of our vassals, preferably somebody younger, well, soon to be vassals. There's one, and he's a good warrior. Wants to make us a sculpture. And we've gained the trait Wise Man, which is very nice, especially to keep us alive. Now we could launch a pretty big multi-pronged war. I think we will. Just try to capture all of this. We have a lot more strength over them. And we should be able to beat them down fairly quickly. Pick up a new Spy Master. Preferably somebody not naked, but looks like we got naked person. That was beaten down pretty quick. Surprised England hasn't come around. Well, there's one already. That one was quick. Just go ahead and get ourselves somebody who is younger. This looks okay. Definitely a decent push. Well, we should have just went ahead and just declared war on them as well. For shame, these rivals are dying of natural causes. Now, a fun thing about Ruthenia right here is this is just another name for the Kavian Rus, which is all of this right here. So it's kind of just a interesting little fact right there. Get you another tiger. And since the Rus, we are descendants of, like, we are still, in all intents and purposes, Vikings. Very Nordic. We're still even following the faith of the Norse gods. They are going out and going a Viking. So the bigger that we get and the more that we consolidate this area, the more it's just going to start launching out raids. Which is the fun part about having an area like this and basically forming the Nordic kingdoms is if you manage to keep them under control and get it to a point where they're not going to be able to try to expand themselves, they're just going to concentrate on raiding, and that's just going to bring you money. Like, one of my favorite strategies to do as the Eastern Romans is to eventually settle a couple of the Varangians just somewhere inconsequential, just usually around this area, maybe somewhere over here. And just watch them go out and cause havoc. And they're weakening themselves just in time. Another learned. Go with faith, but we're going to go right back to authority. Respect my authority. Just gonna siege and take this area. Muscovite. I would definitely go and say that at this point we are definitely the most dominant kingdom in the area. Our real rival would be the Caspian Steppe reforming into the Khazars themselves. And it doesn't really look like the doesn't look like the other East Slavic kingdoms are even going to be much of an issue. We could try to launch a blitz campaign and capture Estonia as well. Estonia would be just convenient, so we can launch our own raids. Oh, we got ourselves some legendary loot. Just bring them over here. Oh good, they formed the duchy without our help. Let's give them that. And they're going off raiding. Let's go ahead and take the duchy while we can. Actually, we can take that dagger. And the elk antlers. Let's go ahead and repair all of it. Now, it won't look nice on us, but being that he is disputed, we're just gonna offer him up. Take care of the succession crisis that I just noticed. There is no better sacrifice than the sacrifice of royalty for the Norse, and what is better than your own blood? And another victory. And we're raking the money in real quick now. And they formed the duchy quite quickly. Nice. Northern dominance is pretty well established now. Let's go over to the Bank of England and say hello. We'll lead this ourselves. Canterbury has a lot of money. We could even head down and hit Paris, which is still glitched. Looks like anything that was with City of Wonders still needs to be fixed. And I'm just hoping that it was the pre-existing, and whenever we go to found our own City of Wonder, whenever we become feudal, it won't be problematic. And since the two Francias are still divided, basically the division of Pippin was never resolved, and it's become more popular. Well, more, not popular, but permanent. Well, let's go back to Russia. I'm thinking the next major playthrough that we might go and do will concentrate here in France. That, or we might concentrate in the Holy Roman Empire. Though we've played mostly here in Europe the last few times, we might look somewhere else. Maybe India. Might go back up here to the Mongolian steppe, it depends. By the time that we get around to the next playthrough, we'll be probably well into the next DLC cycle. So it just depends on what it's doing. Just like that, we're now out of debt. Let's finish off the territories in the north. Mongolia is pretty easy to actually go and do. Already did a playthrough and basically did that. Not in one lifetime, but could have easily have pushed it through. A real challenge that I've been trying to do is basically get the Lord of Africa in one go. And one of our friends is dying. I mean, for a little while, whenever we were playing in Mongolia, it became basically the creative way of throwing our kids off cliffs. There we go, and now they can create this title. And the war for the North is done. So let's get this all converted to Rus and to our religion. Well, that's a child that's definitely not ours. Stop having affairs. And instantly, just like that, we've become the most scary thing to our own vassals. By the way, that is very much in keeping with Russian history. There was a Russian duchess that basically murdered people with, I think it was pigeons. Now, while they're distracted with war, I want to push them out of my territory. Especially before they reform Khazaria. There's the city. Yeah, Russia's history is just basically blood and more blood. And then everything got worse. It's a shame that the Islamic world just exploded almost instantly. Well, that happened. Saxony. And the Merovingians have taken back power. That's fun. That's actually the ruling dynasty before Charlemagne. And the Carlings. Let's take our long ships down the rivers. Yeah, after we take down, this right here, we can hit Moldova. That's funny. It's the ruling duchy of, the ruling family of Cornwall has taken over Brittany. The fun question is where are their armies? Because the AI likes to prioritize and bum rush you. Regardless of what's going on. All the war. We're not going to bother with that. I hate when they call us to war whenever we're like already just being bothered. We're almost out of supplies. We'll try to hit one more area that should give us victory. Without even having to fight their army. If their armies are all the way over here, they won't come back in time. And we should be seeing the event for the Cuban Kipjacks really soon. There we go. Come back, let that get taken care of. Convert. Yeah, we'll let them. Just need a little bit more money and they won't be our problem anymore anyways. Oh. Some more heavy infantry. Almost had an interesting misclick. Let's kick him out of our territory. Let's go say Das Vidania. Yeah, Caspian Vikings would be fun. Hello. There you are. It'd be fun whenever, like, little invasions and stuff like this happen, that they, if your vassals would actually rise up and defend. I mean, they do it against raiders, if they're strong enough. Now we're gonna have the House of Sigurd over here. Almost off-screen their army. See how much our culture is spread up north. It's pushing. Now, we started this campaign with my mod in basically the time of Charlemagne. So we're about 112 years in. There goes some of our Vikings. We definitely don't want to return to the situation where we're being beaten up by the Khazars, which we shouldn't. We definitely have the advantage. And I don't care for the royal court. We could go hit their army again, or I could just ignore it. Arrange an internal marriage. That will introduce the Quick to their bloodline, and then later on we could marry into them again in a few generations. Which will potentially reinforce that genetic trait. Now let's go and take out their armies. Could have cynical. I like cynical. Now I know they have some Arab headwear, just ignore them. It's just a glitch. Should fix itself in a generation or two. That's just from Ethics Expanded and the community flavor. Basically, the last update broke them both, and now they're fixed. We should be able to intercept them. At least one of them. Yeah, it happens every time there's a new patch, in particular. And now that it's been updated, all it just takes is just a couple of generations to basically refix itself. And they ran away. At least, knock on wood, we haven't had any more cancer plagues. We kept getting a bunch of people with cancer. Part of the reason why we didn't really expand too far outside of being right next to the Khazars. Or people just kept getting cancer. Yeah, we're in debt, we don't care. Some knight efficiency would be good for right now. gonna go ahead and increase our soldiers. Now, in my mod, which we're eventually going to release into the Steam Workshop, it otherwise adds a whole bunch of events. It adds the start date for Charlemagne, and being that Charlemagne didn't actually go out and do what he did historically, the Frankish evolution has not happened. They haven't even taken the decision because they have to have East and West Francia, not East and West, but Upper Francia and Lower Francia need to be reunited, and they haven't done that. So we're in a very fun alternate world. We're just gonna follow the Moldovan army. But we have a whole bunch of events and different little mechanics, and if it is coded right and still working, since this is the most active area of development, whenever we capture all of Russia and have it converted to Rus, we'll be able to found actual Russian culture. The White Rus, which is actually vulnerable. We could just go ahead and hit it too. And we could die at any time, especially being that we're a bleeder. But the more territory we can take without having a succession crisis, the better it's definitely going to be. And we're getting close. The Avars are just being disgusting. War declared. The White Rus. Well, that's interesting. What are they trying to... just talking about trying to take them out? Looks like I could call an ally. Well, we'll have them distract them. Oh, look at that. Just right when we win, too. Brave is definitely what we want. And now we have all of what was our original kingdom. A goal we've actually had for a little while. Yeah, it's something we can't really have. Let's put our leader on there before Moskva has an issue. Don't have enough for mercenaries. That should be a few of our knights. A valuable prisoner. I'll just have him come this way. Yeah, it's just our court physician. Alrighty, it's ready for Crusader Wars. We haven't had a battle in Crusader Wars in a little while, and we get to show off our new unit set. Just gotta wait for it to load up. Crusader Wars is a great mod. It lets you throw your battles into Attila Total War. So their army is a little bit bigger than ours. But our professional force is our elite Nordic soldiers. And our Huskarls and our Warlord Champions have a bonus, because in the regular campaign for Charlemagne, they count as general units. So they have a nice little bonus to morale. Fine woodlands of Russia. If we can bring them over here, this would be a nice area to have a pitched battle. Huskarls over here. Champions over here. Archers kind of.
They will bleed for us. Warriors, ready? Ready for battle? Battle, ready and eager.
Put some right here.
We hunger for blood and battle.
Have our third row with our Axemen. Place our Slavic light cavalry over here. So basically how the Rus operated, and what would later become the first proper armies of Russia, is you would have the elite Nordic Corps, which would be like your warlord champions and stuff like that. Your Huskarls. And the common front line, so our spearmen are all part of the native Slavic population.
Warriors eager for blood.
Let's see. We are technically on the defense, so they should march to us. And in retrospect, I should have put the army up here and just let them come.
Ready for battle.
Looks like they've already ran themselves over here. So let us do the same. I don't usually run the army, but I need them to get into position pretty quickly.
Any men who run. The enemy has been spotted.
Get him in position and see what happens.
Battle ready and eager.
Try to get him in position and form a shield wall. Now, since we have the same spear units for our frontline militia soldiers, and we have actual units that affect morale,
Our troops are being ambushed!
in a straight-out fight, we should be much better. Just peppering their frontline skirmishers. They're not even throwing their missiles. A lot of them got taken out there. I mean, they're just turning this into target practice.
Axes! Axes!
Let's go ahead and extend the line over here. Let's make it a little thicker.
Mounted death! Forwards!
Enemy units have returned to the battle!
Let's pull a couple of their units out. Yep.
They're hidden units!
Kill, kill, kill! Run, Cassio! Macaco!
Bring them around like that.
Hunger for blood and battle! Horsemen! Advance at speed! Swift horsemen! Ah!
Now, one of the mods that I always recommend for Attila is the Medieval 2 combat script. It takes out a lot of the issues that you would experience in a lot of Total War games, actually. Allows us to do little cheeky things like that. Because if you tried to do that through the normal Attila engine, it would have gotten caught up on one single unit.
Advance at speed! Axes!
Let's commit our front line. commit our heavy Nordic swordsmen over here. And we're gonna hold back our Huskarls. Our Huskarls will beat down basically anybody they come across. Let's pull back our horses. Give some shock value. I don't even need to really commit my general unit. Start performing an encirclement. Basically, all encirclements are really about speed at this point. This looks like the most centralized unit. And their general has willingly walked into the trap. Don't really need to introduce them to the combat, but let's bring our heavy cavalry into it. And there goes their main army.
They're trying to take out our general. Defend him.
They were a good bit larger than us.
The tide of battle turns in our favor.
There they go.
A glorious victory will soon be yours.
Now for Crusader Wars, we don't need to worry about chasing them all down. Against other East Slavs, we will be quite at an advantage. Now we did kill their general, so it's going to translate to them either being captured, injured, or they might have actually died. I do like this photo because the soldier in the blue is clearly about ready to cleave through that horse. And the other knight. If you know anything about a flail, that person with the sword's about to have a very bad day. See how much of a victory this gives us. A very decent one. Now, there's two things we could do. We could either try to get a white piece and just try to recover real quick. Or I can try to finish this out all the way, and I'm thinking white piece. Because we are out of supplies. And they took it. Oh, that works for me. And we can raise a runestone. Look at all of our prisoners, and let's go ahead and get rid of them. And we'll let the queen. May not be the best, but hey. Start picking up some serious money. That will be fickle. It's better than the other two. And we're going to launch a kingdom war real quick while we have the opportunity. We have recovered quicker. First of our granddaughters have come of age. Our sun's coming along quite nicely. Hopefully he has a nice education. Now let's catch their army. Big mistake on their part. Get out of our way. Same as we told you last time, we are still Norse. There we go. Could end this war right here and now. Let's hire a band of mercenaries. Have our mercenaries beat down their other army. I have bigger things to worry about. Like wiping them off the map. See what's gonna get us more. Probably over this way. Yeah, this area is just getting uglier and uglier. Bulgaria has captured Constantinople. Just a bunch of bleh. Our mustering grounds is getting closer to being done. Good opportunity for us to catch their armies. They shouldn't be able to move in time. Bing, they've been really beaten down. It works with me. On our guard, 4 more knights. And we're not going to, again, come up there, being that we are in our own war. Should be finished with it shortly, actually. Battle axe. Gets more for what we need. Have one of our daughters. There we go, just like that. Boom. Land of the White Russ. Is now ours. Now we'll work on getting all this fixed up in between streams. Let's see what all we need. So we're getting there. But that's all I have time for today. So if you liked what you saw, come give us a support over on YouTube, a like and subscribe. And if you liked what you saw on YouTube, please come over here to Twitch and watch everything as it's live. And if you want to see what happened in the series up to this point, go over to YouTube. It will be there basically forever unless something happens. And we'll be seeing you all later, you alligators. Bye-bye now.